Hello people, this is Ryder here to review the Kamen Saber DX Double Tantei Nisshi Wonder Ride book. Thank gosh these names are becoming easier. Obviously they're not going to be. Anyways, this is the last of the retail DX Wonder Ride books released via the first quarter of Saber. Speaking of Saber, here he is with Double, and obviously I keep forgetting to mention the show logo. Here's the book right here. I think this is... yeah. So basically the only ones that didn't have an original border was Oz and Wizard because they were both black. But the left... obviously because Double doesn't utilize a sword in Cyclone Joker, they at least went through their archives and chose a different picture. And this is funny because it's obviously a story book. They chose the left side, a left side profile, which is just Joker. And just because we got these four here, now we can actually put them all together, which obviously just looks weird. Just because obviously Wizard and Force are staring at each other, Oz is at the center. It's like, I don't think we have any that are just like this. We have ones that are literally like stuff like that. So here we have, finally at last, the Wonder Ride book out of the box. And this one is kind of weird because the cover for this one's really reflective, so hopefully it actually doesn't try to capture the camera. But this one I really like. I like this green. I like this really bright green. I always kind of preferred when the Double stuff were always green, just because I feel like that better signifies Double. Like, obviously having both colors works, but I mean this one is practically a Cyclone Wonder Ride book because Cyclone has gold accents, or he has more gold accents. Obviously I'm referring to Kamen Rider Cyclone, not the Cyclone half. Here we have the cover. Not really one of my favorites. The proportions of Double are weird. The font, the colors are weird. But I mean, I at least appreciate Futo Tower, and I at least appreciate they try to remake the, intro. But I kind of would have preferred. I understand they need the rider at the front, but again, the inside, the Wonder text, the story cover or the story page with the rider symbol and such. Again, I really do like that they added purple. Cyclone Joker, Maximum Drive, the catchphrase, QR code for Gamba Rising. Obviously, because I haven't mentioned it in a while, obviously it will just give your character a power boost. Here we have the transformation page, to which obviously we have Double right there, but obviously because Cyclone Joker doesn't have a sword, they actually provide the Prism Breaker. No, this one's the Prism Breaker. I'm pretty sure this is just the Prism Sword, but I mean, that's neat. Book activation. Story announcements. That's the entire transformation process, just kind of like Drive, and obviously the book activation is just the insertion sounds of the Gaia memories. Yeah. The Kento fans are really lucky. I think I've already said this already, but yep, yet again, another Monogatari. I'm just happy to have green. I just remembered, this is like the first, oh, I mean, technically the Giga Driver counts, but I mean, it's just because like 01 obviously was entirely all white LEDs. So. Sorry about the white balance. Sansa. Woohoo! We're one away from completing Kento's set of Legend Rider books. Legend Rider books. Tantei obviously being detective. Again, this is supposed to be like detective diary or something like that. Obviously, Dopant. Alright, so I guess this is where I can finally talk about the Legend Rider books and such, because this finishes out the batch of December Legend Rider books and such. And like overall, like I do think this retail run of the DX Legend Rider books was fine for the most part. Like I get that well obviously at this point too, you complete the entirety of Heisei Phase 2 because obviously that's what they market and such. Like I don't mind that they only do Heisei Phase 2 as DX. I'm honestly just baffled as to why they made the majority of them stories. Because, like, I know it's not anything bad or anything, but it's like, it's really weird that there's no, like, I feel like it's something they didn't really think about. Because, as I'm looking behind me, we only have, out of the main Heisei, like, out of the main, like, writers, we only have one more of this type of book. Then Espada's done. And then for Blades, he has 3 more because I forgot about Build. And then Saber, the main writer, he has 4 more books. He has 4 more Legend Rider books that we didn't even get to cover because he barely got any in the DX line. Like, look, I get that technically all of these are for Saber, but like I don't follow that because I need to diversify the videos. So I just assign it. I just assign the writers by their slots. So like, so it's just from my standpoint, it's just weird that Saber's designated books are all not DX. It's just weird. But like other than that, like I think the Legend Rider books, I think I've said this before, like I like that there was a balance between simplicity and like uniqueness. Because I feel like the Legend Rider books are actually a nice hybrid of like the driver itself basically kind of functions as like I want to say the wizard driver or even because the thing is that it at least does more than the O's driver of it just saying, well, I don't know, that's technically the thing. It's basically, these books are basically what the O, like the Legend Rider O medals were, except they actually do more. They don't just say the name and don't do anything else. Like, at least you can mix and match these and make all kinds of wonder combos and such. On the other half, you also have at least the DX ones making their own sounds and basically being like kind of being like I want to say the progress keys and such. I don't necessarily want to say the gashats because obviously the gashats somewhat with the activation. So like they're basically like that, to which I don't mind. So because I think it does really help personalize them a bit more. It would have been better if the sword driver did have something of them, but I get they want to be consistent with all their other pre-existing um, wonder combos. But other than that, the Legend Rider Wonder Ride books, at least the Prime DX ones, should be really easy to pick up. I think you can get them for like around 600 yen to 1,000 yen. So like $5 to $12 at best, and just pick them up all in a batch because that's what I did. Just because these things typically don't sell, and overall, like we still have more, but like obviously we're basically done looking at what they wanted out of the Legend Rider books. But like I guess the second half of this is just gonna be why.